Did you ever want to guard humanity, spending 100 days in solitude? This was the darkest age in human history. 57 years ago, alien creatures invaded. They killed 95% of humanity. The survivors could only hide in underground shelters. The watchtowers became the last barrier against the alien. Each guard had to remain on duty in the tower for 100 days. It was his first time on duty, but there was no one in the tower, and he never received a handover from the previous guard. Headquarters said the former guard had already withdrawn. He only needed to fulfill his duty. Every day passed normally, until the 13th day. He saw something strange on the monitors. His commander said the defense perimeter had no alarm. There was no problem, and he must have been mistaken. On the 29th day, he found a crow nailed to a tree. On it hung the name tag of the previous guard, but headquarters claimed the man had retired due to illness. Doubt grew in his heart. On the 35th day, he discovered a creature in the forest, but his commander told him the defense perimeter had not triggered any alarm. It was another mistake. He searched for more clues. He found a notebook with coordinates for another watchtower. On the 46th day, he decided to head to that watchtower. When he reached the boundary of his tower's zone, the chip in his leg shocked him, preventing him from crossing the border. His doubts deepened. On the 61st day, a guard from the other tower contacted him by radio. He had been friends with the previous guard. He discovered he was not the same man. He warned that the commander forbade communication between guards. Then he cut off the radio. On the 76th day, he encountered a surviving mother and daughter. He urged them to go to the shelter, but when they saw him, they did not trust him. They chose to run away. He was restricted by the perimeter and could not chase them. He became more certain that the commander was hiding a secret. On the 71st day, headquarters sent a mechanic to repair the tower. The mechanic claimed the creatures truly existed. Their cries, when close, could make human ears bleed. He locked the mechanic inside, interrogated another guard, and obtained the firewall password. He saw records of the previous guard, who had endured the 100 days alone, gradually breaking down. The commander insisted humanity was at war with the creatures. The other guard said he was the same as him. He had only heard about the creatures, but had never seen one. He believed the creatures were a fabrication of the commander, a lie to exile them, forcing the people underground to labor. Until the 99th day, he killed a creature in the forest, but he discovered it was the previous guard. He became convinced that the invasion was only the commander's conspiracy to control humanity. He destroyed the defense system and set out to find the guard of the other tower to tell him the truth. When he arrived at the other tower, that guard had been torn to pieces. Blood streamed from his ears. Fighter jets battled the creatures in the sky. He realized the creatures truly existed, and it had never been alive. He tried to repair the defense perimeter. The mechanic who came to save him was killed by a creature. Even the underground shelters could not resist him. The perimeter failed completely. This was his end, and it was humanity's end as well.